And we back. So last week, Ish Smith got traded, and if the Denver Nuggets decided to keep him on the roster for the next season, he would have played for the most teams in NBA history. Bro made his debut October 26, 2010. We're going into the 2022-2023 season. He's played for more teams than years he's been in the NBA. It's crazy. And then it got me thinking about all the different possibilities of players that he could have played with. I mean, the guys were talking about it on the podcast. Like, I can link Ish Smith to pretty much any player in NBA history because he's had so many teammates. Ish Smith is basically the Kevin Bacon of the NBA. And if you don't know what that means, Kevin Bacon has played in so many different movies and TV shows that you could tie him to pretty much any actor in history. For example, let's just go with a classic Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence was in National Security with Stefan, whoever, who was in Murder in the First, who's in that movie with Kevin Bacon. And just like that, we connected Martin Lawrence and Kevin Bacon. That's not super relevant to today's video, but I think it's fun if we did that with Ish Smith, maybe on one of my other channels. Today, I decided to put together the dream team of Ish Smith teammates, because I'm thinking about, like, I know he played for the Warriors. Boom, you got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. I know he played with the Wizards. Boom, there's Bradley Beal. So we're about to try to create the ultimate Ish Smith teammate roster. We're gonna go through every team that he's played with, look at his teammates, and only select one person from each team. Since he's played for so many, that is a full roster, and of course, he gets added to the team too. Can his team go 82-0? Will they win a championship? We're about to find out. And we're about to do this together. His rookie season, he started his career with the Houston Rockets, only played 28 games and then either got waived or traded to Memphis. So let's go figure out who on the Houston Rockets we selected. I think immediately I thought about Yao Ming, but you know, he had to have suited up with them. You know, been on the same court with this person at the same time. So first couple games at Houston, played with Yao Ming, Kevin Martin, and Shane Battier. I'm selecting Yao Ming. Now, the only unfortunate part about all of this is 2010, and this is the last time we saw Yao Ming. He played only 5 games this season, and then it was wraps. But we're still taking Yao because he is the best teammate we could have got there. And then he was traded with Shane Battier to the Memphis Grizzlies. Oh yeah, this is like prime grit and grind era. We got Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Marc Gasol, and Zach Randolph. I think I'm gonna select Marc Gasol just because he's the best out of this bunch, and we'll move on. I gotta start thinking about positional fit as well. I can't get all centers, but we only 2 in. I'll take Mark. Then he was waived by Memphis, and then he signed with the Golden State Warriors, was only there for like a month, but he was there. Only played 6 games, and one of these games was literally 11 seconds. But you do see Steph Curry, Monte Ellis, David Lee, Klay Thompson was coming off the bench. Come on, man. You know I'm taking Steph Curry. We taking Steph Curry. So he was waived by the Warriors, then picked up by the Magic. Okay, so this is where things get interesting because we have 2 centers in Marc Gasol and Yao Ming, and then Steph Curry. Obviously, Dwight Howard will be the guy to go for. He was runner-up and MVP, 3 Defensive Player of the Years in a row. He's one of the greatest to ever do it, even though the NBA decided not to put him on the NBA 75. But instead of going with Dwight, I'm actually taking Hedo Turkoglu because I don't know how many opportunities we're gonna have to get wing players. So Dwight is the obvious answer, but I'm going with the secondary in Hedo Turkoglu. So he was traded with Gustavo Ayón and JJ Redick to the Milwaukee Bucks for Tobias Harris. What is this guy named? Deron Lamb? I remember him. And then Bino Udrih. So we got to go look at the Bucks. Interesting. Do I just take JJ Redick? Yeah, Monte Ellis is here. I'm going to take prime JJ Redick just because the version of Monte Ellis in 2K is not very good. He be shooting 30% from the field. And I'm thinking about 2K. And JJ probably won't get minutes because I think the best version of him is an 83. But at least I know he gonna shoot it once he get the ball. And he's gonna shoot it efficiently. So I'll take JJ Redick. Then later that year, he was traded by the Bucks to the Phoenix Suns for Caron Butler. I guess I'll take prime Goran Dragic. NBA All-Star, Goran Dragic. I'll take that. Oh, I'm sorry. This was the year he was an All-Star. I'm pretty sure this is the year he was All-NBA, but didn't make the All-Star game, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm taking that. Yeah, that's a dub. And then he signed a contract with the Houston Rockets again. They got waived by them and then signed with OKC. So let's do Houston and OKC next. Oh, he never even suited up for Houston again. So he signed a contract, didn't get anything, but he ended up at OKC. And well, you can probably guess who I'm taking with OKC. It's Kevin. We got Russell Westbrook here as well, but of course I'm going with Kevin Durant. And then he was traded to the Pelicans for basically nothing. Some second round picks that did not convey. they just gave him away. And this is where things get interesting, because there's nobody here. I'm actually gonna say, nah, y'all can keep all of these players. These are like some of the worst teams in the history of basketball. So, I mean, I could take Robert Covington, but this wouldn't even be the good version of Robert Covington. This is before that. Even like Jeremy Grant wasn't even getting PT. This is before Jeremy Grant turned into a 19, 20 point per game scorer. I'm using the pass. I don't want nobody from this team. He signed a contract with the Wizards, but never saw the floor, so he got waived. And then he was claimed off waivers by the Pelicans. Anthony Davis. Drew Holiday's an option as well, but come on, man, it's AD. And then later that year, he was traded back to Philly for a second-round pick, and well, I guess 2 second-round picks, one of them being Frank Mason III. I'm gonna pass. But then we got 3 straight years of Detroit. So I'm gonna select somebody on each roster. I'm bringing Tobias Harris here. I'm bringing Andre Drummond here. And then lastly, this was all NBA Blake Griffin. Yeah, I think we played that perfectly, but we ended up with Blake Griffin in this last year. He found his way in Washington, and I'm taking Bradley Beal. Don't think twice. Nobody else here is really interesting. You got Isaiah Thomas, but this is past the Boston Celtic year, so not really interested. We'll take Bradley Beal. And you know what? I'm taking Russell Westbrook. This was the season where he was in Washington and he averaged a triple-double again. He had that month span. Which month was that? From March to, let's say, the end of the season, well, not the end of the season, but close to the end of the season, he was averaging 22 points per game, 13 rebounds, 12 assists. He was shooting it efficiently for Russell Westbrook standards. I'm taking that version of Russell Westbrook for sure. And then lastly, he ended up in Charlotte. Y'all could probably guess I'm going to take LaMelo Ball. And then in this previous season, he ended up with Washington. I guess I'm taking Porzingis. And then lastly, now he plays for the Nuggets, and I'm taking Jokic. Whoa. Okay, that's a whip right there, if you ask me. That is a whip. All right, so this is what our roster looks like. Steph Curry, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Marc Gasol. I'm probably starting Jokic. Yeah, I'm definitely starting Jokic. A lot of center minutes. Drummond doesn't necessarily need to play. Ish Smith 100% is starting on the team, by the way. That's part of the challenge. Ish Smith cannot be the Ish Smith team and Ish Smith not get PT. You know what I'm saying? He's actually starting at the one. He's starting at the one, definitely. And then now we got to get Bradley Beal some of those minutes for sure. And I think I'm ending it with Hedo Turkoglu just because we don't have a lot of wings. And yes, everybody that I selected did not end up making the final roster because Goran Dragic wasn't going to get PT anyway. So it's not that big of a deal, especially because they don't even have the prime version of Goran Dragic in the game. I would have to take the current day Goran Dragic to edit his statistics or his attributes. I ain't really in the game for that. But this team, Ish Smith, has been or will be in the locker room with all of these stars. Can we go through this real quick? Hall of Famer, 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 Hall of Famer. Borderline, but might make it. Still got a lot of time. Still got a lot of time, Bradley. I don't want to put that on you just say you won't make it, but the resume, he led the league in scoring a couple times, but other than that, he ain't really had a ton of like playoff success. He's got a couple All-Stars, stuff like that. Has he ever made an All-NBA team? One All-NBA team when he led the league in scoring. So borderline, but probably not. Blake Griffin, actually. Let me see your resume. Are we about to have this conversation? Blake Griffin, 6-time All-Star, 5-time NBA Hall of Famer. 5-time NBA, that is elite class. That is an elite class. Yeah, it might have been short-lived. 5 times All-NBA? It's like, I'm about to look it up. 5-time All-NBA. There's only 50 people in NBA history to have done more than that. But if you add in the 5, we're talking about almost 80 now. So it's a little bit different. I guess we'll see. Blake. I guess we'll see. You don't got the ring to match it to make your case even better, but we'll take that. Hedo Turkoglu probably not going to be a Hall of Famer. Drummond probably not. Russell Westbrook 100%, and it's too early to tell on LaMelo. But hey, a lot of Hall of Fame talent for Ish Smith. And you would think, since he's played for 13, 14 teams, that he might sneak into an NBA championship roster, but he has not just yet. But he might have done it right here because boy, oh boy, we ain't losing just yet. Oh, why are we on the Detroit Pistons? Ish Smith's played the most minutes on Detroit basketball team, so I decided to put him here. Why is he not attempting threes? Like literally 0? Literally, okay. I'm not gonna try to change that because we're winning, and I'd be crazy to tell somebody to change up their play style as he's a starting point guard of a team that's going undefeated. You know what I'm saying? And will we ever lose? Will this be a real-life 82-0 team? I did not think it was going to be 82-0. I thought we were going to be good, and so far we are that. But I definitely didn't think it was about to be 82-0. But boy, oh boy. There it is. It is the Miami Heat, one of the few organizations he has not played for. And yeah, dang, that's unfortunate, Miami. Miami did that. Jimmy Butler. These two people have not crossed paths. They have not been in the same locker room yet. Who knows what Ish Smith is going to end up. Again, we put Jokic on the team, but technically he ain't even played for them just yet. Who knows how they going to do their roster. We saw a few times in his career already where he signed someplace and then he didn't even suit up for him and then he was on to his next one. The Miami Heat really just rained on our parade, bro. The 82-0 challenge is dead. If we go 81-1 and Jimmy Butler is the reason we don't complete the challenge, I'm going to be upset. Jimmy Butler out of all, no, I can't say out of all people. Jimmy Butler is the dog. He's a dog. Oh, there's another loss. And this is not even Rudy Gobert, Karl-Anthony Towns team. This is just normal 2021 Timberwolves. And they beat us because Karl-Anthony Towns gave us 51-11-6. Now, we got so much talent on this roster. You would think that with all the centers that we have, we'd have somebody that could go out there and maybe clamp up for 2 possessions. Nope. Cat did that. All right, so there's 2 losses on the season. It's looking more and more like that this is about to be an 80-2 challenge. Oh, my God. We took Kevin away. Oh, we didn't take Kevin away from them because I went to go get all-time OKC Kevin. So there's 2 Kevins in this world. And Kevin versus Kevin, Kevin won. Simple. What can I say? Oh, Drummond is also on multiple teams, but this Drummond did get no PT. The Curry brothers went against each other. Dang. We should not lose. Especially when we shoot 50% from 3. What did we even lose at? The rebounding game? They just won. They might have hit a game winner, bro. It was a 1-point game. And it seemed like we had, back-to-back losses. Another game that was down to the last possession. Are we serious? And who was it? It was Joe. So we're having major trouble defense on the centers. James Harden had a triple-double with 5 steals on top of that. Now, I ain't shooting officially, but a triple-double with 5 steals is insane. And then DeAndre Jordan came off the bench and gave them some offensive rebounding that they needed. And we lost in OT. Hey, Ish out here playmaking, though. Shout out to Ish. He also had 5 fouls. Defensively, him and Steph Curry probably not the best in the backcourt together. It's cool. We won 79 games, it looks like, unless we lose here. 79 games. James Harden. Yeah, we kind of saw him be great, and he won MVP. Rookie of the Year goes to Josh Giddey. Ben Simmons, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Tyrese Maxey, Most Improved. We lost 5 games? Did y'all see 5 losses? Am I bugging? Who else did we lose to? Did I just miscount? Ain't no way. So we got the back-to-back losses. That's 1 and 2. We lost to Minnesota. That's 3. We lost to Miami twice. I only saw 1 of them things. Let's hope we don't see Miami in the playoffs. We might see them in the first round. Okay. Whoo! They're on the opposite side of the bracket. That's the only team to split a season series with us. Actually, that's not true. That means Minnesota split the season series with us as well because we only play against them twice as their Western Conference team. Steph Curry led us in scoring. KD was 2nd. Rebounding goes to Marc Gasol, but Jokic not too far behind that when it comes to assists. It's Smith. Number 3 on assists. And when it comes to steals, he's number 4. This is for you, man. We need to get you on this championship roster. We got Toronto first. No change in their lineup. That feels like a sweep. We swept them in the regular season. We'll sweep them in the playoffs. We swept this team in the regular season as well. Did y'all make changes? Y'all did not. Can we sweep them in the playoffs too? Over on the west side, we got the LA Classic, and it went to 7. Hold on, I know this is not what we're talking about, but it went to 7. And Anthony Davis and LeBron did their thing. Both of them hooping. Dwight Howard hooping. Oh, we took this version of Russell Westbrook off that team. So I'm not going to say Russ was the problem, but in 2K simulation form, Russ might have been the problem because we literally just took him away. We didn't even give them back anything. We took him away, and now they're in the second round. Or I'm sorry, in the conference finals. This is a team that also took a game from us. So we'll see. The Curry brothers are guarding each other. It's Smith on Kyrie Irving. KD. I want KD to guard KD. Just for the fun of it. I mean, hey, there's better options for sure, but I want KD to be guarded by KD just to say that KD beat KD at his own game. You know what I'm saying? Game 1. Our KD had 17-9. Their KD had 34. Wow. Game 2. Our KD had 27. Their KD had 20. I'm sorry, it was 23. What did I see 7? 23-23. Game 3. Our KD got killed. I think this entire series, their KD was better. But you got to think about it. Their KD has more on his plate. He has to do more. Our KD could chill because he also has Anthony Davis. He also has Steph Curry. He also has Jokic and all these other people. And we're going against the Pelicans in the finals, who 1-7 over there. I'm not too worried about it. Anthony Davis going against his previous team. Ish Smith going against one of his previous teams. So a little revenge right there. And we get the championship. Kevin wins finals MVP. Ish Smith, I should have low-key put Ish Smith as the #1 scoring option in the finals to try to get him to do that. I don't think he was going to do it anyway. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like. I'm also thinking about Jeff Green. Jeff Green has played for a ton of teams in his NBA career. Could he put together a better roster than this? Maybe that's something we look at in the future. Maybe we go back to the early 2000s, early 90s, and see who also played for a ton of teams and try to figure out if they could put together a better roster than this. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.